I've come to the realization why my life has been so shit for the last 8 years since having my spiritual awakening. So I'm making this video in hopes of helping y'all that are going through this so you don't have to suffer like I did. The reason why my life was so shit the past 8 years is because when you go through a spiritual awakening, you change. And I changed so much as a person because I had a Kundalini awakening, which is on the extreme ends of a spiritual awakening. But I still went back to the same people and the same environment. And because of that, I slowly reverted to the same person because I was scared to be my authentic self because I didn't want to be judged. That's pretty much what it comes down to. I was scared. I was afraid of being alone and by myself. So even though I changed so much as a person, I still went back to the same people, the same environment. I went back to being a normie, even though I'm not a normie because I was acting this way. I was around these people who I'm nothing like. So that's on me. As much as I want to point the finger and blame other people, I have to point the thumb at myself. At the end of the day, it's my fault. What does it mean to be different? To be different means you're not like other people. So if you're going through a spiritual awakening, it's going to be rough. It's going to be tough. You're going to have to accept the fact that no one's going to be by your side. It's better to be your authentic self than to put on a face and a mask. I changed so much as a person, but these friends, these people in my life, I would put on this mask in front of them. And when you're doing that, that's like cognitive dissonance. You're putting on a fake, a facade. That's not really you. It wasn't like me being like malicious. I was just scared of being my authentic, genuine self. Doesn't vibe with a lot of people because I've changed, and that's okay. It's going to be tough. The best thing you can do is just endure it. Try to be your authentic self. And honestly, you do not want to go to the doctors or tell a medical professional because there's nothing wrong with you. You're just different. If you were to tell a doctor, they'd put you in the loony bin, like the psych ward, and you don't want that. That's going to mess you up. When it comes to like schizophrenic people who are diagnosed as schizophrenics, most of them aren't like crazy. They're just different. They're just outside of the societal norm. And the same thing goes for if you're going through a spiritual awakening of some sorts. You're just different, and you're going to have to accept that. And if you have to find new people, go to a new environment, do that. But the best thing to do is just try to be yourself. I was people pleasing for too long, and I didn't even know it until I started just being my authentic self. The past couple years, I got into so much trouble, addiction, and I feel like this was because there was this cognitive dissonance inside of me. I noticed this whenever I would black out off the Xanax. There would be people in my life that I would just spaz out on, and it happened because deep down I hated or despised these people because I was around them and I knew I shouldn't have been around them. When I was in this blacked out state, I would crash out. So I made this video because it took me forever to realize this. I was just scared for 8 fucking years. I was scared to be by myself because I'm different. But hey, it is what it is, man.